Hi, everybody. Welcome to yoga. It's been a busy last few days. I feel the need to flush some energy through and out. So that's going to be our focus today, getting some things flushed through the body. Let's bring our hands to heart center or held in front of us, or you can have your left hand on your chest and right hand on your belly, whatever feels good for you. We're going to close our eyes or soften our gaze, and we're going to come to a quiet place. And I'd like you to just, for a few seconds, take a little moment to listen, to feel, and to be. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Fill the chest with air, fill the belly with air, and then exhale through the nose, nice and slow. Two more breaths, just like that. Slow and low, in through the nose, out through the nose. Good, and the next time your hands together in an inhale, we're going to inhale the hands through prayer, forward, opening the palms. As we exhale, we're going to open the arms and the chest, maybe even look up, and exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms come through. Heart center prayer, reach out, open the palms. Exhale and down. So we're coming up on the inhale through prayer, offering. Exhale, swinging those arms open, chest lifts, and down. A couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Take a nice deep breath in, plant those feet on the ground, all four corners of the feet. Reach the arms up. See if you can lengthen in the torso without bringing the shoulders up. So we're just going to find that length, rooting the feet into the mat, lifting through the belly button, through the waistline. Arms are activated right by our ears. Big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to take those hands together in prayer and send the hips to the right, looking under the right armpit. See if you can really get that delicious curve in the body. Couple breaths here. On the inhale, recover. On the exhale, curve to the other side. Tight glutes, belly lifted. Inhale. Recover back to center. Exhale, tight glutes, press the hips forward, look up towards the ceiling. Little arch here. Couple breaths. Try and keep space between your shoulders and your ears. Inhale, recover. Exhale, let's dive through the arms all the way down to the hands on our thighs. We're gonna do a standing cat-cow here. So we're gonna round the back, tucking the chin into the chest, getting those shoulders wide. And then exhale or reverse that spine with a nice arch. So let's actually exhale here in the contraction, and then inhale on the arch, pressing against the thighs with the hands. So we're actively using the arms to press against the thighs. Really trying to get that spine loosened up and moving in ways that it doesn't normally move. Good. Coming to neutral, you can grab your blocks if you've got them, bringing them to either side of your feet or right in front of your feet. We're going to have our hands on our thighs, and then we're slowly going to walk the hands down to the block. Wag the tail here, just wagging the tail. Maybe let the head go, shake it out. Give yourself a gentle little bounce in the knees here. And then when you're ready, try to gently lengthen the backs of the knees. So we're coming into a forward fold, but we're easing in. We're easing in. We're using those blocks to carry a little bit of the weight of the torso. Play with the weight on your feet. See if you can bring your weight forward onto the balls of your feet. See what that feels like. Send your weight back to your heels. Maybe lift the toes off the floor. Maybe shift your weight to the right. Shift your weight to the left. And then find a nice happy place right in the center. If you want, at this point, you can take the blocks down a level and see if you can rest your forearms on the blocks. Right, big breath in, big breath out. Bending the feet, lifting the belly button towards the spine. It's the belly button, the core, that lifts us to standing vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly up to standing. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, dive through all the way back down, hands on your thighs. Slowly down to your blocks, and then slowly into your forward fold. So when we start with forward fold at the beginning of class, we really want to go step by step by step. And there's a lot of little adjustments and movements that you can do to ease into it. Bending the knees, belly button lifts the spine, coming to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, dive. Each time we do this, you can come a little bit quicker into your forward fold. If you want to move those blocks away at this point, that's fine. Bending the knees, lifting the belly button towards the side as you come up. Inhale, arms come up. Last time, big dive all the way through into your forward fold. And we're just going to shake the knees out here. Shake, shake, shake. Heavy head, no. Heavy head, yes. And we're going to come into that nice forward fold and settle in and breathe. Ah. Ah. Good. Taking the hands to the top of your mat, step those feet back into a down dog. Let's just tread the feet here a little bit, pressing one heel down and then the other. And let's continue with our spine warm up. We're going to tuck the pelvis, roll from the lower back through the mid back, all the way up to the upper back into a nice plank. Drop the knees and then press back into a prayer. Give me a little stretch here. Coming back onto the knees, tuck the toes, return to plank, and then come back all the way to your down dog. Couple breaths in down dog. Tucking the pelvis, rolling through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming into plank, finding your plank nice and strong. You can drop the knees, or you can do a little chaturanga down and then push back into prayer. Breathe, stretch, release. Coming back up, tuck those toes back into plank, and then back into down dog. Couple breaths here. Last time, rolling through the spine, slow, slow, slow. Coming into that very strong plank, lowering the knees or coming down through chaturanga, untuck the toes, and press back into prayer one last time here. Just release. See if you can really get that booty down by your heels while the fingertips are stretching away. And coming all the way up onto all fours, tucking the toes one more time. Coming into down dog, we're going to lift that right leg up and swing it through into pigeon. We're just going to hold up here in a high pigeon. We're not going to release down yet. We're not warmed up enough for that yet, but just kind of move around here in this position. Feel that glute stretch. Maybe look up for a minute. Tucking that back toe, sending the right leg back to down dog. Breath in down dog. And then when you're ready, lifting the left leg, swinging that through into pigeon. And hanging out up here, just releasing in the hip joint and getting that nice psoas stretch here in the front of the right thigh. Pressing through the hands, looking up, opening the chest. Tucking that back toe and sending the left leg back into down dog. Breath here. Lifting the right leg up, swinging through and dropping the left knee. Untuck the toe. Take the right hand to the right knee. Push the right knee away from you as you arch and look up. So I'm rolling onto the pinky side of my right foot. Bringing that foot flat one more time. Walk the hands up to the thigh. Take the hands to heart center in prayer. Take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, give yourself a little twist. Place the left elbow on the right knee, and then pressing the hands in prayer, look over your right shoulder. When you're ready, bring your torso back to neutral. Hands come down to the mat. Let's send the pelvis back towards the heel as we flex the right foot. Go ahead and just move that leg in the joint a little bit, loosen it up. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, release the hands forward and the torso over that leg to get that deep hamstring stretch. Bring your hands to the inside of that right foot. Lift that foot up and around. Hands are underneath your shoulders. We're going to do a few little kickbacks. So we're going to press that back wall with a flexed foot and then bring it in and press. So we're just kicking back, activating that right glute. Every time we stomp the wall behind us. Good. Next time you bring the knee down, keep it bent and bring the whole leg up and stomp the ceiling. So we're just stomping the ceiling with the flexed foot. Nice and slow and with control. Pressing evenly through both hands, both shoulders. And then the next time you stay up, and we'll just do 10 little pulses here, stomping the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Tuck those toes. Sit back on the heels, shake out the wrists, top to bottom. Shake, 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 shake. Shake those shoulders, roll them forward, back, and down. Good, coming forward, tuck those toes, downward dog. Couple breaths here. Next time you inhale, send the left leg up and through. Drop the right knee. Good, and untuck that toe. Coming all the way up. I think we did something before that. I'm not remembering. Maybe it'll come to me. Coming all the way up. We're bringing the hands to heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, we twist and look over our left shoulder, hands pressing together in prayer. If you find that this is a bit of a balancing challenge, then you are doing it correctly. Yeah, there's going to be a little wibble wobble here. That's normal. Good. Bringing your torso back to center, taking the hands to the mat, sending the pelvis back towards that right heel. I'm flexing my left foot and I'm just rotating the whole leg in the hip joint, moving my toes from left to right, kind of loosening up that joint. Take a nice deep breath in, billow the torso up and forward and down, reaching the hands forward. We get that deep hamstring stretch. Breathe here. Taking the hands to the inside of that left foot, lifting that foot around without kicking everything in your room. And we'll do a few kickbacks here, bending and stomping the wall behind us with that flexed foot. Activating the hamstring and the glute that we just stretched, gently strengthening, pressing through the base of the hands. The thumb and the base of the hand is really actively pressing into the mat. And then next time you bend the leg, keep it bent and send the whole leg up in the air. And we're just gonna pulse here. Sorry, down and up, like we're stomping the ceiling. Down and up, full swing. We'll get to the pulse in a minute. So we're really activating that glute and that hamstring. And then keep it up there and we'll pulse. 10, 9, 8. Stomp that ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, tuck the toes. Sit back on your heels. Shake out the wrists. Shake, 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 shake. Shake out the shoulders. Roll them forward, back, and down. And then coming on to all fours one more time, tapping the top of the feet on the mat. Gently. Good. Taking the right hand out and up. We're going to weave it underneath the left. And we're going to send the pelvis back. Walk your left fingers forward above your head. See if you can feel that crazy stretch behind the right scapula, but also in the, like underneath in the right left chest. Walking the left fingers back so the whole palm is on the mat. Bring both hands back to the mat. Reset and try the other side. Left arm comes through and under. Pelvis comes back towards the heels. Right hand walks forward above the head. Ooh, yeah. Just got a nice crack in the back there. Looking under that right armpit. Breathe here. And walking that right hand back so the palm can be flat, coming onto all fours, tucking the toes, coming one more time up into down dog, couple breaths in down dog here. Lifting the right leg up on the inhale, exhale, sending that knee forward and tapping the right knee to the right elbow, sending that leg back and down. Try the other side. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, shifting the weight forward. Elbow taps the knee, and then you send the weight back and down. Nice big breath here. And exhale, bend the knees. So the knees are over the toes. We're going to inhale, exhale, straight into plank. Let's rev the engine. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, plank, exhale, 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, you can drop the knees or you can do a full chaturanga. Don't hit your head on any blocks. Pulling the mat towards you with your palms. Lift the top of the head towards the ceiling. Now here, take your hands off the mat. Hold the back. And send the arms back behind you. See if you can get a little higher. And release. Take the hands to the mat. Laying on top of each other. Forehead on the floor. We're gonna click the heels together with the knees out. So our feet are flexed. Heels are touching each other. We're gonna inhale here. On the exhale, we're gonna lift the whole leg, the thigh off the mat. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. So the emphasis is really on the lift off the floor. Couple more. Good. Keeping the legs off the ground, we're just going to extend and click the heels together. Extend and click. And 3, and 2, and 1. Release. So I'm going to try something a little new and different. If you have a block right now, I'd like you to use your block and your blanket. Now, if you don't have a block or a blanket, you can do this without it. It's not as fun, but it'll still work. Kind of what we just did, actually. So what I want is for your chest to be on the block and your head to be hanging forward. Now, if you don't have a block, you're just doing this with the floor. So our hands come to our head. We're going to inhale and lift the head up. Exhale, take the arms back and lift a little higher. And then release all the way back down. So we have a nice curve here. We're going to lift on the inhale, send the hands back and exhale into like a dolphin almost. And then inhale, release. And exhale, release. Tight glutes here. All the way up. Release the hands. Exhale, reach those fingertips towards the toes. And release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Yeah. It's a little bit more fun with the block because we get more movement, but that's perfectly doable on the mat. Let me show you one time how that works. Hands are by the head. We inhale, exhale, reach, and then inhale, recover. Okay, good. That's enough of that. I'm going to use my blocks since they're here. I'm going to sit on them for my pranayama. My hair is getting crazy. It feels nice to get vertical. So we're going to do our 20 breaths. Swinging the arms up, out and up, and then down through heart center 20 times. This is a good reset, marking the middle of the class. We reconnect with our life force, our pranayama. Whenever you're ready, you can begin. And when you get to that last one, interlace those fingertips, send the palms to the ceiling, walk the shoulders up towards the ceiling one at a time. Ooh, see how high you can get. And then create more space by opening those arms wide as you drop them down by your side. Just take a few head rolls here, nice and slow. Good. All right, grab some water and come to standing. Okay. Let's come to the front of our mat. Let's take a nice deep breath in and lift that right leg all the way up so that the thigh gets as close as it can get to the chest. On the exhale, swing that leg back and down, dropping the heel onto the mat, keeping the hips nice and square. Pinky side of that right foot is reaching towards the ground as you swing the arms up and come into warrior one. Take a nice few big rejuvenating breaths here while you track that left knee to the left. Chest lifts. Maybe take your focus up a little bit. Nice exhale. We're going to swing the arms down and we're going to reach the arms through, all the way through, underneath that front leg. See if you can even wrap the left arm around the thigh. And then see if you can reach the right arm behind the back to touch the fingertips of the left arm. I used to be able to do this. It's just an experiment. Bring those arms back around. Swing the arms back up, balancing challenge. And then step forward into mountain. Take a nice deep breath in mountain. Lifting the left thigh to the chest. On the next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swing that leg down and back. Pinky side of the left foot is reaching towards the mat as the arms swing forward and the hips square off, facing forward. Warrior one on the opposite side. On the next exhale, swinging those arms slowly with control all the way down and through. Wrap the right arm around the thigh. And then take the left arm around the back and see if you can just reach the fingertips towards each other. Getting that wrap started. And then bring that left arm back. And then swing the torso back up to vertical. And then step forward into mountain. My braid has come undone. So I need a new hairdo. Let's inhale the right thigh to the chest. Exhale, stepping back. This time we're gonna open up the pelvis and come into warrior two. Find your warrior two. Left knee is tracking to the left, pinky side of the right foot is tracking down toward the mat. Belly is lifted. Next inhale, give me a nice lift into reverse warrior. Left arm comes up. Right arm lays down on the thigh, the back of the thigh. See if you can open up the chest. Sink into your lunge a little bit deeper. And then the next time you feel like a nice deep breath out, swing that arm down onto the thigh, and then sweep the right arm up and over. And then, if you want, parallel those arms. Woo! Hand comes back to the thigh, reverse back to your warrior two, and then if you can, push that leg forward and come into mountain. You might have to take a couple steps. Let's try the other side. Left thigh comes up on the inhale. Exhale, stepping back. Finding your warrior two. Lining up the left hip bone behind the right hip bone. Big breath in as you tilt into reverse warrior. And big breath in as you come into side angle, sweeping the left arm up and over, pressing the pelvis forward. You can stay here or you can parallel those arms. Reverse through side angle, and then through warrior two, and then swinging that foot forward back into mountain. One more set here. Inhale, right thigh to the chest. Exhale, swing it back into warrior two. Lengthen that front leg. Lift and reach, and then tilt into your triangle. If you want to use your block here in front of your left foot, you can do that. What I'd like to see is that flatness of the body. So you want to press the pelvis forward, and you want to see if you can get your torso parallel with the mat. Looking down, bending that left knee slightly, pushing back into warrior two, and then stepping forward into mountain. Last side. Inhale, lift the left thigh to the chest. Exhale, swing it back. Warrior two. Lengthen, but don't lock that front knee. Reach the torso forward and tilt into your triangle pose. Using your block in front of your right foot if you want to. Bending the right knee slightly, pushing back up to warrior two, and then stepping forward into mountain. Let's just take a minute here. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Get some water. All right, a little dynamic shifting of weight. We're gonna take our legs wide, toes pointing forward. We're gonna bend the right knee over the right toes. And we're gonna bring the hands down in front of us to the floor in front of those toes. Now my weight is back, so my booty is sticking out behind me. Give me a little twist here, raise that right arm up and look up. So you should feel an inner thigh stretch on your left inner thigh while you're also getting a spine stretch with this gentle twist. Lift the belly. Bring the hands back to the floor. Bring the hands to the prayer at the chest and shift over to the other side. Now my left knee is over my left toes. Hands come to the floor in front of my left toes. Weight is back. I'm going to feel that inner thigh stretch on the right thigh. And I'm going to twist as I open up the left arm towards the ceiling and look over the left shoulder. Bringing the hands back down. Bringing the hands to the chest in prayer. Shift. Hands come down. Twist. Hands come down. Shift. Hands come down. Twist. Hands come down. Shift. Down. Twist. Down. Shift. Down. Twist. Down. Shift. Belly lifted. Twist. Last time. Shift and twist. Keep the hands in the center between the 2 feet, the 2 legs. Go ahead and drop your torso down between the legs for a nice pyramid stretch right here. If you want, you can weave the hands through the legs so that the fingertips are reaching through the legs behind you. Breathe here. And bringing the hands back to center, turn the heels in and squat down. So now we're gonna try something a little new. I'm gonna back up so you can see me. So I've got my hands in front of me. I'm squatting with my knees on the outside of my elbows. I'm gonna bend my elbows slightly as I lean my calf onto my elbow. I lift my booty up and place my knees and my calves on my elbow as I shift my weight forward and then pick up one toe off the ground and then the other toe off the ground. And then you shift back. It's just for a second. We're testing our balance. Lift the booty, place the knee and the calf sort of on the elbow. One toe, then the other. And then back down. You may fall on your face. So make sure you have something soft in front of you. All right, that's enough of that. Come on down. We always need to challenge ourselves a little bit. Stretch out. Maybe take the fingertips away from the toes. Make a long line on the floor. Give yourself a little shake, a little rock. Maybe dig your heels into the floor. Flex and point so that you get a little rock going through the torso, a little pulse. Whew. Bringing the feet flat on the mat, hands down by our sides. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to press the pelvis all the way up and just hold here. Let's just breathe and see if we can hold this pose. And then if you want, you can take the arms up and reach them towards the ceiling. Try to keep the scapulas down the back while you reach the fingertips up. Glutes are tight. Now you want to imagine water flowing like a waterfall over your knees. You don't want to grip in the knees. The thing that's working the hardest here are your glutes. We're going to lower the pelvis as we also lower the arms above our head. Inhale. On the exhale, at the same time our pelvis comes up, our arms reach up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, pelvis reaches as arms reach. Try to match the movement of the body with the movement of the breath. Inhale as you descend. Exhale as you ascend. And if you can hold the breath at the bottom of the exhale, so that you can hold and squeeze the glutes a little bit harder. Try to do that a few more here. Last one. And release. Good. Go ahead and just hug those knees into the chest. Woo. Circle those knees. Massage the lower back on the mat. We're going to just do a very simple bicycle here. So we've done bicycles before. We're going to hug the right knee to the chest. Actually, we're not going to have the right knee to the chest. We're going to have the hands to our head. We're going to inhale. On the exhale, we're going to lift the left elbow across the body to touch the right knee. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Slow and controlled. But I really want you to reach the elbow to the outside of the knee. So you're really crossing the body across the torso with that elbow. Couple more. Last set. And release. Go ahead and plant the feet and let the knees just fall side to side. Big breath. And just to get those rectus abdominis, the ones that go right down the middle, hands to the side, we're going to inhale, elbows back. On the exhale, we're going to come up and then reach the hands through the thighs, a little pulse, shoot, and then back down. Inhale, exhale, come up to the broad line, and then a little pulse, and back down. So you've got 2 exhales there. One to lift you off the ground, and another one to get the hands through the legs. Keep going. Two more. And release. All right, good. Take those legs off the ground and give them a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. And then let's keep the legs up with the arms out, palms down. My knees are bent, kind of making a right angle. I'm going to inhale as I take the knees to the right and let them drop towards the floor. So I'm getting a nice spinal twist here. So I'm looking over my left shoulder. Now I'm going to use my core as I exhale to bring those knees back up. So this is still core exercise. It's just a twist in there in between, a spinal twist. Let the knees fall to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, bringing the knees up. Keep going. Slow and controlled. Take your time in the twist. And then use your core to bring your spine back to neutral. One more each side. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm getting a whole lot of snap, crackle, and pop in my spine when I do that. It feels good to me, but always make sure you modify any of these exercises if they feel weird. They shouldn't feel bad weird. They should feel good weird. And there is a difference. Let's take a nice deep breath in and hold the breath at the top of the inhale. Squeeze everything. Oh. Squeeze, 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 release. Swallow, remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Stick out your tongue. Say, and then make your way into deep relaxation, Shavasana, and we will reap the benefits of our labor.
I wanna go to New York, get drunk with you in the East Village, say too much to a stranger about the ways we've changed and the ways we didn't, and I might order another. Laugh about how I said I wouldn't, justify it with something like, what's one more when we're already drinking? I get so sentimental over small things. You say I'm obsessed with nostalgia, but I think, what's the point of all this living if you can't go back and grab it? Make it cinematic, prove you really had it. drive home. It closed down and we both still miss it, but you make fun of the way I romanticize the restaurant. Defend myself by saying something like it was my favorite, you just don't get it. I get so sentimental over small things. Say I'm obsessed with nostalgia, but I think, what's the point of all this living if you can't go back and grab it? Make it cinematic, prove you really had it. I get so sentimental over small things. You say I'm obsessed with nostalgia, but I think, what's the point of all this living if you can't go back and grab it? Make it cinematic, prove you really had it.
You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. Otherwise, we will seal our practice today. In a seated position with our hands at heart center, with gratitude, always for our bodies that meet us where we want them to meet us, and sometimes even surprise us. The spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming.